If you want to put it where they like to see it, there you go. You got it? Got your shots? You good? So I don't want to step in your applause. I just want to say that this award is being presented to you in honor of your ability to carve a path of distinction through the turbulent waters of the entertainment industry without ever sacrificing your commitment to excellence. It's an honor to have you here. Thanks for coming. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Under a full moon, I might add.
Thank you.
Okay.
Here, that goes to Rick.
Oh. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It's an honor for all of us.
Oh, thank you.
And with all the awards you've received, where does this one fit in? Did they have to twist your arm to get you over here?
It's Maui. So, no, they didn't have to twist my arm. And, you know, it's always an honor to get an award because, you know, you're never satisfied with your work. You're just not. You always feel like you could do better. So it's amazing when people have a different purview of who you are and your work than you do. So sometimes I think it's important to accept an award, just so you know in the back of your mind that you deserve something, you know.
You deserve so much for giving us so much. Speaking of awards, when you accepted the Emmy, you talked about Harriet Tubman, and
Yes.
You brought the crowd to its feet. And the next day, she was on a $20 bill.
Yes.
So it was a historic moment. I'm wondering about this moment in history. You're doing a project about her, and I'm thinking about her moment in history, and I'm thinking about this moment in history for you.
Mm-hmm.
Similarities, differences?
I would not necessarily compare myself to Harriet once again. You know, I don't see myself as that. I see myself as an overworked mother and wife. But I do believe that you will die someday. You will. You know that. So what is it that you're going to do with the dash of time that you have? I mean, as an actor, you have a singular focus, which is work. You got to get to work. 95% of the profession is unemployed at any given time. And so you just want to work, 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 work. And then at a certain stage in life, maybe it's being a mother, you know, maybe it's being a citizen of the world, that you begin to not think of success as much as you think of significance. And I do believe that my life is like a relay race, and it's my job to run my leg of the race. I do see that because I see the deficit in the world and in this business. And I think that Harriet saw that too. And maybe it's apropos that I'm playing her at this time of my life that I've had that revelation, that my life has got to be bigger than me.
Well, you know, for all of us, you are bigger than life because we see you in this image on this huge screen. I think we all associate you with the roles you play. We just think that that's you. But as you're talking about being an actor, and I'm wondering about the process of becoming those characters. We used to call it stage, screen, and television, and you are an acclaimed artist in all of those. Can you tell us a little bit about the difference between being a stage actress, being a big screen actress, being a television actress?
To a huge extent, there's no difference because you always have to find the truth and the honesty. You've got to believe it. The great actress, teacher Uta Hagen said that you come to the theater to have a human event, a human experience. So you have to think about truth. It's just that in theater, you got to do 8 shows a week. You know, on TV, 8 to 10 days it takes to shoot one episode. Once you shoot it, it's gone. You know, I've done a play for over a year at times. And every night, you know, after a while, you do it by rote. You're like, it's like Groundhog Day. And so technique plays a huge part of it. As opposed to TV and film where you just have to blow it out and sustain a performance for 30 seconds. That's as long as a take will last. 30 seconds and it's over. You don't get a 30-second take in theater. That's a 2-hour take. And 8 shows a week. And the audience informs the show in a different way every single night. You know, you have some audience members who, I just worked with Denzel Washington. He said he did a play once where he was really mean to this woman, this character who plays his wife, really mean to her. And then at a certain point in the play, she takes a gun and she points it at him. And his arms is up high in the air and she's pointing at him. He said one night, I don't know if I could cuss. Am I allowed to cuss?
Go ahead.
Okay. So he's got his hands in the air, and the character has, you know, her gun out pointing at him, and one woman in the audience said, "Shoot that motherfucker. Shoot that. Shoot him." That's theater, you know? That's theater.
That's also a great moment in Maui Film Festival history. So.
I really am a class act.
What draws you to a character? You covered a really wide spectrum there, from people in subservient positions who become empowered to women who are powerful to begin with, professional women. What is the kernel of a character for you?
You know, I'd like to sit here and give you a really fabulous response to that. But a lot of times I get roles, I just take them because that's all that's there. And I think that's important for me to be honest with you. It's not like I have 5 scripts and I'm thinking, oh, okay, Kramer versus Sophie's Choice, what do I do? This is what's been given to me. And so therefore, what I have to do is I have to problem solve as an actress. I have to, you have Doubt, which was fantastic writing. Several Prisoners, you know, really great writing. But oftentimes, the writing is not great. And so you still have to make it work. And back in the day at the actor studio, one of the things that they always said was, observe life. And, you know, 51 years, I'm going on 51 years old. I think I've seen my share of life. And I observe behavior. And I use that to inform my work. Because I think that people lean in when they see themselves. That's number one. And number two, I rely on my technique. I was in school for 9 years studying acting. I will never go back to another classroom again, by the way. I think I've done my time. But I rely on technique to craft it because they are different from who I am. But it's not like I make a conscious choice. A lot of times I have no choice. I don't. Yeah.
Well, you know, we think that they are who you are. You make them that real for us. And do you have daughters?
I have one daughter who's 5 3/4.
5 and 3. Is she a wonderful actress already?
Oh my goodness. Although she tried to cry the other day and she couldn't quite muster the tears, so she stuck her finger in her mouth and got some really good spit going on and put it in her.
So are you going to tell her to follow in your path? Do you think that in the world we're living in now, that actors have a role to play that's bigger than that big image on the screen?
Oh my God, yeah. I think the role of the artist is really important. I don't think it's rocket science, but I do think it's an art form. And I think the greatest gift that art gives is it gives life a voice. That's what it does. It gives life a voice. I always use the quote from Arthur Miller because he was my favorite writer back in the day. Literally at 14, I would read Arthur Miller plays in my room. And I remember I would read the same quote over and over again. He said he became a writer because he wanted people to feel less alone. And I think that there is a kernel, a seed that's planted in humanity that makes people feel like there's the normal people and then there's those people. There's really misfits and then there's people who are not misfits. And so what it prevents us from doing is living our authentic lives. We have really creepy thoughts, really suppressed fantasies, sexuality that we feel are just ours and ours alone, and it prevents us from connecting. Theater is a place that can tell the truth about humanity, to blow the lid off of all that, to open up a person's pathology and show them who they are. And there's something about that. It's like that famous quote when people say, this is how you make a friend, when you say, oh my God, today I did this and this and this and this. Can you believe that happened to me? And the person says, wow, me too. That's art, you know?
Well, that was art up on the screen, but this has been art for all of us here. Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you.
was a truly wonderful.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.